Oh boy, I cannot wait to make a subpar 3D sequel to the most overrated CRPG in gaming history. No for no, but UNCS will ever...
All of this just works. The game has over 200 dungeons, all handcrafted. And one of the great things about
Oh shit! Nah, this new Fallout show for the bussin', my niggas. This taught how a nigga be a genius, yo. Hey, yo, white boy, what you think about this new Fallout show?
Well, actually, it ruins the lore, and it ruins everything about my favorite factions, like the NCR and the Brotherhood, by making them be these generic good guys. All right, and the NCR got like nuked and something, and it's like just so freaking bad that only an ape like you would understand. And like, you should just like watch my video about how Bethesda ruined Fallout. This 8-hour video on Fallout 3. That's like 8 hours.
Hey, yo, I'ma have to cut your shit short because you finna be pissing me off, dog. Stupid ass, goofy, gumpy ass nigga. I'm about to show your ass some real Bethesda loving, dog.
It's Todd's world and you're living in it, buddy. Begin again, but know when to let go is the main message of Fallout New Vegas. Something that most Fallout fans are too stupid to understand. As over the last couple of weeks, I've seen all these Fallout YouTubers making content about how the series is saved because the evil Bethesda no longer has the rights over the series anymore and has now been transferred to Obsidian, thanks to Microsoft. What a lot of them don't understand or realize is that the Obsidian that made New Vegas, alright, no longer exists, as in most of the people responsible for creating Fallout New Vegas are long gone from the company, which is why you have stinkers being released by Obsidian like The Outer Worlds and Avowed. And I don't exactly have to get into the details and the nitty-gritty of why both those games are horrible and should be burned in a fire. I think you can figure that out for yourself if you read the reviews. However, as it stands, Fallout as a series is probably one of the most overrated, if not the most overrated gaming series of all time, only contested by series like Half-Life or Quake. And today, in this video, I want to get into the nitty-gritty of why this series is overrated, starting out with the biggest piece of shit fucking game that has ever been released for this series. This is even worse than Fallout 4. This is even worse than Fallout Brotherhood of Steel.
When God do the overbob, me have to go body. Just wait, God duty is almost over, but me have to go bad. Okay, you go, I'll stay.
Which is unrelentingly jacked off ad infinitum. Imagine, if you will, a game so bad that it literally makes you recoil from playing it for how bad and awful it is. It has horrible characters and dialogue.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did! Smell that air! Could you just drink it like booze?
It has terrible quests that make you hate playing it. Its dungeon design is so horrible, it makes you wonder if this was Baby's first attempt at making a dungeon in a video game. Its world design so terrible, it constantly breaks your immersion and makes you feel like you're playing a video game and not playing an RPG with a living world and with living characters. Its main villain's so stupid, it feels like an actual parody instead of a living, breathing person you're meant to understand or relate to. Just another person you have to kill. Constant, and I mean constant, immersion-breaking references that will literally actually make you seethe because of how egregiously bad they are. A completely inconsistent tonal theme throughout the game, which makes you question whether or not there were two developers with two specific visions trying to vie for control and ultimately making nothing in the end. Combat, which is completely unfair, that you often have to skip through save scumming. And above all, a horrendous, and I mean horrendous, tutorial section that makes you even question why you even want to play this game in the first place and makes many players even quit in the first few minutes. And that game is Fallout 2.
I have a mind that wants to be a boy!
Okay, so where to even begin with fucking Fallout 2? It's a game that I see FNV fans always bring up, but yet none of them seem to have actually fucking played for some reason. And I think I know why. It's because the game is fucking dog shit, and it's horrible. See, even though the gameplay of Fallout 1 was not all that great, in fact, it's kind of shit, it had the courtesy of being a very short game that you could complete within a couple of hours. Fallout 2 doesn't even have the courtesy of having good fucking writing. In fact, it's probably one of the weakest games in terms of writing in the whole entire series. I'd say it has even worse writing than Fallout 3, or hell, even 4. It's just the entire game overall is just a garbage fucking game. There's nothing. there's no redeeming qualities about it other than providing background context as to why the events of New Vegas are even occurring. Fallout 2 opens up with one of the worst tutorial sections in a fucking video game I've ever played. Like, this tutorial section is such utter dog shit. 90% of people even quit before even completing this fucking game. The temple is designed around the 3 pre-made characters. So if you create a custom character and don't know how to build it, then the temple's gonna be pretty bad for you. It's gonna be pretty awful to play through. I think the most offensive thing about this section is how retardedly long it is and how fucking boring the whole fucking experience is. But hey, you'll have retarded motherfuckers in this fan base jack this off and say this is what game design should be and this is what Bethesda should be doing instead. After this, the game follows a very New Vegas approach when it comes to directing you towards the content. Like, you'll end up taking a giant C-shaped path in order to get to the places with all the content, all the fun content you can enjoy. However, if you stray off this path for even 1 minute, prepare to get obliterated by the ICE death squads, I mean Enclave patrols that are in the area. For some reason, the fan base has diluted themselves into thinking that railroading you into a specific path is actually a good thing. See, that wouldn't be a problem if the content was actually fun. FNV also has this issue too when you go through the Nipton route. It's just most of the content is just so boring. It's just so boring to play on multiple playthroughs. But in Fallout 2, it's even fucking worse, dog. It's just so bad. Like, the early game is such a chore to play through, and if you follow this route without getting the Enclave armor at the Navarro outpost at early game, then you're just in for a bad time. It's just so boring. Like, it's just so fucking boring. I think the most offensive part about why I think it's such a slog is mainly because of the encounter rate. Like, oh my fucking god, the encounter rate is insane in this fucking game. I have no idea why they thought it was a good idea to up the encounter rate, but oh my fucking god, it's like, it's non-stop. If you don't have the car, if you don't have the fucking radar scanner or whatever it's called, like, then good fucking luck, dude. You're just gonna be wasting hours of your fucking time just in these stupid fucking encounters. And the thing that angered me the most about these encounters is, I don't know what the fuck Black Isle did, but did they hire Redditors? Did they fucking hire Redditors before Reddit even existed? Because some of these encounters are some of the most shit encounters I've ever seen in my entire... I thought it was modded at first with how bad some of these fucking encounters are. Talk about immersion-breaking content, am I right? Hey, remember when everybody was shitting on Fallout the Frontier for having the talking animals in it? Yeah? Well, they just borrowed off a source material, okay? There's an entire vault full of fucking Deathclaws that can speak to you and have really quirky, wholesome Chungus dialogue. Thank fucking God Chris Avalon and Frank Horrigan exist. But why are you even on this adventure to begin with? Glad you ask, I'll explain. So basically, your dumb, retard, inbred tribe does not know how to farm crops and has tasked you with getting something called a GEC. And the only way you know how to do that is to basically go to all these different fucking locations and do the busy work of the people that don't want to do their fucking chores. And they can't even be bothered to even tell you where this is. They just tell you to go to another location and ask another guy where the fuck that thing even is. Until you eventually find it and encounter these emo motherfuckers known as the Enclave. And they're evil. Because they just are, okay? And that's why you need to kill them. Like, you can't even side with them. You can't even do anything other than fucking kill them. They're just bad guys for the sake of being bad guys. They're not like Richard Gray or the Master. You just kill them. You blow up their oil rig, and boom, the story's over. It's just done. And that's pinnacle writing to retarded people. Not even fucking Emil Pagliarulo could write a story this fucking bad, even on his worst day, dude. There are some pretty funny characters like the schizo shaman in your tribe who fucking dies, and Myron who also fucking dies. But other than that, it's like most of the stuff is forgettable. I'm not even going to bother talking about the Hobologists and the fucking She, because those factions are fucking retarded. Like, literally, you have Karate Kid LARPers, and then you have the fucking Scientologists, like, and they're fighting and killing each other in the streets of fucking San Francisco. Oh, yeah, and then the NCR are there, but you just kind of annex territories for them. It's just kind of whatever. You don't really do much. Fallout 2, as a game, is just not aged well. The people who constantly praise it never actually even fucking played the game, because if they did, they would come to the conclusion that it's horrible. Weirdly enough, I see a lot of FNV fans who fucking praise this game and say that this is proof that Black Isle and Obsidian are way better than Bethesda and Todd Howard. Meanwhile, it's like, they've never even fucking played this game. And these people hate Oxhorn too. Well, hey, at least fucking Oxhorn ended up fucking finishing both these games. Like, thank fuck Bethesda and Todd turned this series into a 3D action RPG. Then otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten New Vegas. Instead of pure garbage like how Van Buren would have turned out to be. I think it's really funny how a lot of these quote-unquote classic Fallout fans, or these Fallout purists, as they call themselves, constantly praise and jack off these games, even though they're not all that good. They're actually quite shit. I can list 10 different CRPGs off the top of my head that are easily mog the entirety of fucking Fallout, or rather the classic Fallouts, I mean. And that this entire series would literally be nowhere without the fucking blessings of Todd Howard and Bethesda.
Yes, I'm trends, and I'm proud to be me.
Now let's get into the one that I actually like talking about, which is Fallout New Vegas, of course. And it's not that good. I'm sorry, but this fucking game is the most overrated RPG of all fucking time. See, if it's one thing that Fallout 3 got right, is that it had a release that wasn't constantly crashing 24/7. Even in 2026, if I boot up FNV right now with no mods, no patches, whatever, I will get non-stop fucking crashing 24/7 because of how fucking broken this game is. But I digress. Its story is not even all that good. For a game that's touted for its world building and story, the fucking plot sure seems to revolve entirely around me. Apparently, I'm such a special fucking mailman that the only way that any of these fucking factions win the Battle of Hoover Dam is if I go and join their side. You know, the other day I was just some fucking random literal Who mailman who got shot in the head outside of Goodsprings. Now I'm the entire fucking NCR army. You know, for a game being about a mailman, you sure don't do a lot of postal service in this game. Like, what actual motivation does the courier have to help any of these fucking factions after you kill Benny? The entire game's themes about letting go of the past and starting something new is completely invalidated when the best possible endings can be achieved by just doing an NCR run. You achieve the best possible endings for almost every faction if you side with the NCR. It's pretty clear that the devs had in mind that you do an NCR playthrough simply because the NCR is like the Empire from the Elder Scrolls and that you're constantly always helping them out every single game. And especially with your pre-established backstory thanks to Lonesome Road that you are a courier from out west. It makes sense to flesh out the NCR content despite the fact that the entire game is about, as I stated before, letting go of the past and starting something new. Ulysses' final confrontation at the missile silo is also pretty awkward if you're doing any other faction besides NCR. It just thematically just does not fit. But those are just my nitpicks about the writing. Now let's talk about the combat, and oh my god, the vanilla combat is horrible. I literally cannot play TTW without having to make the gunplay feel more like Fallout 4's gunplay. Because, oh my god. I'm not going to sit here and defend Fallout 3's combat and gunplay. However, Fallout 3 had the courtesy of developing and adding really cool arenas that you fight in and kill enemies in. You had you had Operation Anchorage, you had Adams Air Force Base, you had the Dunwich Building, you had all the vaults, like a bunch of cool shooting galleries and dungeons you could explore. And even, there were a lot of dungeons in Fallout 3 that were just unmarked on the map, which you'd have to find through exploring the DC ruins. And it's like, and a lot of it is missed content by most players, and it's surprising. And it's surprising when I watch these older videos where they go over like, missed places you haven't been in Fallout 3. And it's like, it's showing like the Corvega factory, and it's like I thought everyone was there, but I guess not. The FBI headquarters, the Capitol Paper, that one fucking office building that's right by the Anchorage Memorial. What the fuck does FNV have? Oh, all the fucking caves, Quarry Junction and Vault 3. Those are all the awesome arenas and stuff you get to blow up bad guys in without it pissing off a single faction. It's like, yeah, the awesome dungeon of Brooks Tumbleweed Ranch and the Monte Carlo Suites. That's so freaking cool. See, good writing can only get you so far. Like, honestly, you need to have some good gameplay in there to stimulate the brain. But the thing that offends me the absolute most is the fact that you get all these cool fucking guns you get to play around with, but not enough things to shoot at. And it's so depressing. It's probably why I enjoyed Dead Money so much. Meanwhile, the rest of the fan base fucking despised it. Because most FNV fans unironically believe Fallout should just be you listening to fucking dialogue trees and going and doing people's chores. Which leads me to my next point. A common criticism that I often see levied against Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 is, why does everything still look run down? It's almost 200 years after the war, and everybody still lives in dilapidated shacks, and there's trash everywhere, and none of the roads are paved. Well, in FNV, people are still doing the same shit. Most living interiors are run down and full of fucking trash. None of the fucking roads are paved, and there are burnt out cars fucking everywhere when there shouldn't be. Why is a place as affluent as a strip have burnt out cars on the fucking road, and why are none of the sidewalks paved? The Tops Casino literally has a gigantic piece of its hotel missing. You're telling me that House and all of his connections couldn't pay a construction crew to go and fix that, or hell, even uses robots to go and fix that? Actually, speaking of House, there were a lot of fans that were upset about his portrayal in the Fallout show, particularly because he was kind of portrayed as this petulant child that would just go into these bursts of anger for slight reasons. Well, I regret to inform you that Todd actually got this one right this time. See, Mr. House isn't exactly the Machiavellian manipulator that all the chuds think he is. He actually is quite an egotistical man-child if you pay attention to his dialogue and pick the right dialogue options. If at any point you decide not to go along with his plan, he will quite literally start having a temper tantrum in front of you.
I take it you've come to how shall I put this? Delivery of the platinum chip is non-negotiable. I invite you to think carefully about what you do next. Standing alone before me, surrounded by my heavily armed Securitron guards. By the time I was 30 years old, I was a billionaire 30 times over. I founded and ran a vast economic empire. Do you really think I'm going to let an upstart come into my home and ransom my property to me? I spent 2 centuries searching for the platinum chip. It's my invention, my property, mine! Now be a good courier and deliver it!
But you're just a fucking lunatic. I'm a lunatic? Yeah. I would encourage you to gaze inward, Mr. Howard. To your small life, spending your days pretending to be a cowboy, while your wife is making apocalyptic proposals at board meetings, and I'm building a missile system to defend this glorious city from what's coming. But from whom, Mr. Howard? From whom? Who ends the world? Is it you? What if it is you? I don't think you're the cowboy at all. No. I think you're a killer. I think I know exactly who you are.
Oh yeah, he also keeps a really suspicious looking terminal that he does not want you to touch. Do not touch that terminal, dude. Because you just can't, okay? Bro literally keeps the big red self-destruct button on his person and expects me not to press it. Bro actually sent 6 random motherfuckers to go out and get his stupid poker-themed items, and was fully not expecting to get betrayed by either his employees or them getting killed by the fucking raiders. Also, I just remembered this. Why the fuck does he make me submit to a credit check? What awful fucking employment working for House actually is. Like, holy shit. Imagine having to submit to a credit check every single time you want to clock into your fucking wage cuck job every single day. And it makes it all the more satisfying when I get to put a fucking 9-iron through his dome. But enough about House. Now, let's talk about Caesar. There is nothing to talk about with Caesar's Legion. The entire faction in the base game is incomplete and unfinished. You get like 0 quests to do, and Caesar himself is dumber than Snuffles the Mole Rat and Sloane. Honestly, Ulysses is just the way cooler Chud character anyways. Like, Legion serve the same role as essentially the fucking Enclave in Fallout 2, and that they're just kind of fodder that you shoot at. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about FNV.
You've gotten a lot farther than you should have.
So I guess this is the end segment of the video. Honestly, I'm kind of baffled as to how such a pseudo-intellectual community has spurred and developed around this game, which is pretty much babies for a CRPG. Honestly, the entire community is just full of fucking losers, making video essays to people who don't even play the fucking game. But thankfully, there's a subsection of the community that is based in the form of Schizo Elijah. Gee, I really hope the non-paused fans of this game are not grooming kids on Discord.
欢迎来到地底下，享受坠落。如果你想到处晃，随时扣我。无常天人类在这，很高兴你来做客。我会变得超热门，当我秀给怪物们，我抓到了什么？嘿 ，Papyrus， 你的礼貌呢？够了 ，Sans， 别再调侃我啦！原谅我老爹。
Oh god. Oh god, fuck no, dude. Oh god, oh god.
Todd, please, please kill this fucking game. Please kill this series forever. Just end it, dude. Please just end it. I fucking hate this entire fan base. Fuck you all.
This is the New Republic of Dave. Go away. By the order of the New Republic of Dave, I order you to go away. This is your last warning. I warn— Hey!